Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Thanks a bunch for stopping by, I do appreciate it. Today's beer comes from Alchemist. This is the Rapture, and it is a IPA, coming in at 7%, and unfortunately these guys don't think they need to date their stuff, and that will probably cost them a grade point. There are plenty of breweries that are brewery-only releases that do think that the dating is important, and evidently these guys do not. So, it is what it is. This was sent to me by my beer brother Greg, and he writes, the Alchemist does Citralaxy. So I guess that's a combination of Citra and Galaxy. Bought this at the brewery on 8/21, no date on the can, and he says that that's going to cost him a grade point. Yeah, he knows me very well. These guys are big enough to put a date on the can, and they choose not to give it a longer shelf life, guys. Whether it's bought at the brewery or they distribute, I don't know, and I don't care. There are plenty of other breweries that are brewery-only releases that they date their stuff. So these guys need to step up to the plate. Let's run over to Untapped. They say Rapture's American IPA brewed with Galaxy and Citra hops, 7% ABV. We don't have the IBUs, and we don't have the date. But it bought it at the brewery, so it's more than likely pretty fresh. Fresh you can get it if you're buying them at the brewery. And like I said, I don't know if they distribute it or not. It's irrelevant to me. Put a damn date on it, boys and girls and children, whoever's in charge there. Grow a pair and do the right thing. I do think that the beers they produce are very tasty. A lot of times some of the beers will say drink from the can because it's got a lot of chunky bloating garbage in it. And they don't want you to see that if you pour it in a glass. They want you to drink it from the can so you don't see that crap. So there are a lot of other breweries that don't have that crap floating in it. So I mean, whatever. It is what it is, guys. Big 16-ounce can. Stick on, wrap around a label. To the glass we go. Not super cloudy coming out. It does have a slight haze to it. Alright, about a finger and a half I've had on that pour. It is very cloudy. It's like a watered down orange juice, like the one we had yesterday, that pale ale. Over to the light, it is very cloudy, very hazy, guys. Looks like a New England style, but it's a little on the thin side down here. I can see a little bit of light through the thin part. So it looks like a watered down orange juice, if you will. To the nose we go. Very nice, very pleasing, very outstanding off the chain hop aroma. The Galaxy being a southern hemisphere hops, a little spiciness. The Citra, very citrusy, orangey, tangerine, maybe a little mango, pine. Smells absolutely delicious, guys. I just wish these people at these breweries would realize the dating machine is important. I don't care if it's brewery on release. Does not matter to me. Put the date on it. Smells good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Greg. Thank you, sir. Now the aroma is a little bit more pronounced than the taste. Now the hops are just a little bit more subdued than I was anticipating it to be with the aroma that I was getting. But the aroma is definitely off the chain as far as citrusy, oranges, maybe a slight hint of pine or grapefruit. Wonderful aroma. It is a smooth drinking beer. But the hops are not as off the chain on the taste as they are on the aroma. And that may be where they wanted it to be. There is a hint of some spicy notes in there from the Galaxy hops that I'm getting. It's very pleasant to drink. Alcohol seems to be very well hidden for a 7%er. Very tasty beer, guys. I would buy this beer if I could get it here and it had a date on it. But like I said, I'm not sure whether they're a brewery only release or they distribute. If they distribute it, that's a serious no-no, not having a date on it. I would never buy a beer at a beer store that didn't have a date on it. Never, ever. Now at the brewery, if you're buying it for yourself and they tell you, well, this was this package yesterday or last week, probably take them for the word. But still, like I said, there's a lot of breweries that brewery only release and they still think it's important to put a date on it, like I do. So, here's what it is, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Well, guys, it's right out of the fridge. Very tasty beer. I don't see a lot of chunkiness floating around like the heady topper version that they produce. It has a whole lot of floaties in it. This one doesn't seem to have it, but being as cloudy as it is, sometimes that's hard to see. So I'll be able to tell when I get to the final chug whether there's a bunch of stuff that's settled in the bottom of it or not. So let's do that. Let me go sip on it and we'll come back and give it a grade. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it about an hour. A lot of junk in the bottom of it floating around, guys. It's like just as I expected from this brewery. Seems like everything they produce has a bunch of stuff floating around in it, guys. They want you to drink it out of the can instead of pouring it in the glass and seeing all that junk floating around in it, guys. Not an impressive beer as far as that aspect goes, but it is an impressive beer as far as the aroma and the taste. Not having a date on it, even though it was bought at the brewery. Very heavy sediment in the bottom of the glass. And when I did my last sip before I came back in off the deck, whole lot of stuff floating around in the bottom of the glass. So, no, it's an unfiltered beer, but there's a lot of unfiltered beers that don't have that junk floating around in them. So, final chug. And y'all probably can't see that, but it has a ton. As soon as you take a sip out of it, it has a lot of stuff floating around in it. It's not going to hurt you though, but still, it's very unappealing. Gives it a lot more bitter bite on that final chug than the rest of the beer has had. To me, guys, it's an A- beer, and that's where I'm going to put it, especially since it don't have a date on it and it has all that junk floating around in it. Drink it from the can if all that stuff offends you, because it is a ton of it in there, guys. So, A- for me, I'm going to give it a 90. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 95. Nah, I'm not going to go there. And over to Untapped, they have it at 4.22. That's in their A- scale. I'm in more agreement with that. A- beer for me, guys. So, glad I got to try it. Thanks again to Greg for sending it to me. And as he knows, when they don't date them, that costs them. And having the junk floating around in it like that, very unappealing, but it's not going to hurt you guys. It's nothing that is... It's just unappealing looking when you have all that stuff floating around in the bottom of the glass. So, if you had the Rapture from the Alchemist, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.